Yo, Jack Chelsea, welcome back to the channel. Big news today is we have smashed 3,000 subs. So, what do you think of that? Awesome. If you haven't pressed subscribe, make sure you press it, just because we want to keep going, we want to keep building the channel. Hopefully you're enjoying the videos we're putting out. If you are, don't forget to leave that little thumbs up, leave a little comment, let us know what you think. In today's video we are wiring 2 ensuite rooms, one which is going to be finished and one which is just getting ready for an extension that's being built. And we're also wiring new lighting in the bedroom and extra sockets in the bedroom. So hopefully it all goes to plan and hopefully you enjoy the video. Today's video is sponsored by Tradify, so big up Tradify, thank you for sponsoring the video. If you don't know what Tradify is, it's a job management app that we use for everything to run our business, from databases of all of our customers, quotations, invoicing, and then tracking invoicing, which you can do through the app. You can see when it's been opened, you can see whether it's been viewed again, and obviously if it's been opened and you haven't been paid, there's a problem. But you can also set reminders up to text the customer to remind them, because some people do forget sometimes. I forget a lot of things. If I'm meant to be quoting, if I haven't wrote it down, I will forget. So if you're watching this and I haven't been round, text me, ring me, just get on to me, because I do forget very easily. So yeah, really happy with Tradify so far. If you want to give it a go, press the link in the description, follow the link. It's you haven't got to put your card details in, anything like that. You just get a 14-day free trial just to try it and see what you think. If you do like it, you can use code JLC50 for 50% off your first 3 months. So big up Tradify, thank you for sponsoring the video and check it out. So yeah, let's get going. Run the ting. Look how posh we are, Scott. We've got a gimbal now, kids. Look at this. Got everything, I tell you. So here's the plan. We've got existing socket there, which is the ring. We're going to be adding in a new socket there, which Scott's already got. It's been plastered in, but what we've got is tube coming down off all the sockets. So we'll pull a leg down there and through the floorboards, and then we've got a socket to go there, same off the floorboards. And then we've got a socket which is already wired off a radial from before. So that's going to be a normal socket. The one over here is going to be a USB, and then the other one's going to be a USB. Look what else we can do. Oh, I'll tell you, I'm basically Spielberg, and I know. And then, oh, no? Oh yeah, there you go. So that's that for this room. On the ceiling, we're going to have a pendant up there, which is going to be switched from original location. There's a light up there already, and then we've got an ensuite to do in here. So in here, we've got a mirror, a fan which is going up there, mirror light which is going to be wired here somewhere. We're going to have a fan isolator just above the door, extractor fan in there, 2 spotlights and a sensor which is going to come on with movement when you walk into the room, which is nice. You got anything to say, Scott?
Not very much.
No? What do you think of my new tool?
Showing off your new tool.
Yeah. That's what your mum said.
Even the biggest tool.
So yeah, that's it for in here, and then I'll show you next door. Just before I go next door, look at this, which I can do. Whoa! How dizzy's that make you, mate? Yeah, cool, man. So now in this next room, this is going to be a 2-gang switch, which is going to do 2 spotlights in the ceiling. It's then going to come round to 2-gang switch here, which is going to do an extractor fan and spots in this bathroom. This bathroom we're just going to first fix now and get the lights in, because eventually this wall's going to get knocked through and into an extension bedroom, which is nice. So we've got 4 spots to do in here, which is obviously fed from this outside switch, fan isolator, extractor fan, feed for a mirror light, and also a feed in the ceiling we're going to leave up there for speakers eventually, which will carry on into the new bedroom next door when it's built, which is nice. So yeah, that's what we've got to do. Let's crack on. First thing that Scott's done is get the floor up there. That's to our new feed over there. He's also got a little hatch up there to our new socket there. So what we'll do is fish straight down here onto there. There's tube already in all of these, I think I've already said, but there's tube that goes down through into there. So what we'll do, there's already a joint there, so we'll probably extend off that, extend the ring round to the new points, get these joists drilled out, and then get the new sockets in. First thing I'm going to do while Scott's wiring the ring piece is get the spots laid out in here. So from the other side, that's where that other bathroom ensuite is, and we can see from above where the joists are. So I'm going to go next door, take some measurements, then mark the measurements in here, and then get our stud buddy just to double check and make sure there's no joists around it. The ring is wired now back to the point. Scott's just making the socket off there. We've fished through from this point, obviously where that junction is, we'll put a new one on there and extend it round. We've come through and then up to this socket. Putting them tubes in was a class idea really. There's no need for a grommet and that now because you've got the plastic tube coming through. This one was a bit of a ball ache because the joist's tight on the wall, so what I've had to do, just under that skirting line there, cut the tube off, get rid of it, fish it through the joist, and then push it up and into that one there. I've marked out where I think the joists are in here, so I've put the little crosses on the ceiling if you can see it, and then the sensor in the middle. Put the mark into there where I think it is. Going to check it and send Scott up there. I'll put a pilot bit through so that he can see from above, and just double check that it's all alright to go through. You hear that, Scott?
I thought you were going to go in the loft.
You're going to go in the loft, mate. You cheeky girl. The feeds are in now for this, so what we've got is our outgoing here, which we've marked with a couple of nicks. Goes off to that spot and then goes round off to that last spot over there. Now what we've got to do is get a feed from the downstairs board, which is going to come up, feed all this here, feed next door, and then we'll leave a supply up there for the bedroom when it gets built. We've also got to take a measurement from here, from that spotlight over to this wall, so that we can drill from above with our 3-core to fit the fan isolator above the door, just to get rid. And we'll also come off the fan isolator for the mirror light over there, which we'll take through to next door and down in the other bathroom, and then drill through back entry there. But he doesn't know what mirror light, it's coming later, so we can take a measurement and do that later, because that bathroom next door is not going to be done anyway. Nice. We've got to core drill that van out as well, which will be dusty. As we walk into here now, that's where our switch is going to be. We've got to chop that out. So what I've done above, because we can see the joists through that opening there, I've put one which is centre of the door as you walk in, and then the last one which is centre of the bathroom door. Now I've got to drill these out as well, but luckily again there's a gap in the boards and we can see where the joists are, which is nice. You can see that hole up there as well, that's where I've drilled, which is going to be back entry for our mirror light on that wall. I've still got to get the location of the mirror light in this one and roughly where they want the speaker put in so we can take measurements there. But I'll show you what we're going to do now in here. Just eating a whole soother. Nice. As you can see here, on our opening and the drill on the ceiling, where the joists are, that's probably for them overboarding. But what we can do from that is then tell where our spots can go without going up there. So we know off that wood there's a joist there at 600, and off this wall there's a joist at 550. So we're then going to work out our spots from that. This room's having 4 in here. What we'll probably do is come in about, what, 350, 400 maybe. So first one there, second one over there, third and fourth. With this gap in the ceiling, obviously it makes it a lot easier for us, because otherwise we'd have to get the stud buddy out and things like that. We can take our measurements now, get the spots drilled in. If they are overboarding it, it's not going to be for a while, so we're going to put the spots in and get them on so that they've got some light to work in here. This pull cord we're going to get rid of. Get rid of the light that's behind me probably. Oh no, it is. I thought it was out of shot. Get rid of that light. This is all going to be rewired with a new feed down to our board. So I think the first thing we're going to do is come up, feed that double switch that comes into the walkway, come off into here to feed the switch that's going down this stud work and on the other side of the wall here. Then we're going to come up, fan isolator, fan, off into that room then, and that room that we've already first fixed and second fixed. So that'll take our feed right the way through and all be new from the board. The extension there, with our feed up to our speaker, we're going to leave it off the lighting circuit in a spur. So what we can then do is come back off that and feed the bedroom lighting in the new extension when it's built. As you can see, I've measured the, well, you probably can't see, I don't know why I said that. Can you see these crosses? Yeah, you cannot. Measured them in, we've come 450 off each corner, and we've measured from the stud work, the new timber, so it's 450 there, 117 or 170 to this one, and then we've done the same on the other side to keep it square, because this wall you can't see, half of it's got plaster on and half of it's been ripped back to brick. So if we take a measurement off the new stud in, that's our true measurement then. So we'll get these 4 stripped out, get the hole drilled in here for our switch drop, get a hole drilled above the door there for our fan isolator, and then Scott's going to start chopping that switch out, which was the 2 gang in the hallway. I just remembered what the 2 gang was for now. I'm saying we're going to extend off in here for the lighting, but that second switch on the wall out there, one's going to be for that hallway, one's going to be for the bedroom when it's built, so we'll just leave a coil above the switch ready to take over. What are you doing, mate?
Chasing ore by hand.
Oh, without the chasing tool?
Yeah.
You're so brave. So the switch is wired now, Scott's just got to chop it out. Spots are all wired, we'll get them second fixed in a moment. We've got in here, pulled the feeds down to the switch, which is going to go there, obviously back entry, so we'll cut a fast fix box out there. That then goes off round to there to feed the spots. Then we've got a cable coming out here, which is going to be our fan isolator. That feeds, come on, a mirror light that's going roughly round here somewhere. We don't really know yet, but we can sort that out after. And then also in that hole will be our fan isolator. We've got to disconnect this shaver point, pull a fan feed down there. That's this bathroom near enough done. We've then got to get this panel off here, move that door, get the plasterboard off, and that's a route down to our fuse board, which is under there. So we've just got to come up, feed that switch, which is just around the corner, and then that's this one done. Scott's just gone to turn the power off, but basically I was going to join this and extend the ring underneath the floor because this was already on there with a nice joint in there. But this has already got tube in the wall, so what I think I'm going to do is pull one of the legs back, we'll join on there, and then I'll put the new leg back up into that socket so that it's all one ring and we've got only one joint under the floor to extend. I think that's the best bet really. We'll chop that little bit off so it's flush with the box, because sometimes we'll struggle to get the box back if there's something poking up through one of the knockouts. So we'll get that cut, pull the cable back down, and then connect it under and pull our new leg back up. Nice. Scott's just turning the power off there, so I've got to wait. Cut that back now with the multi-tool just so it's just above flush with the box, just to allow for some, when we get our cables up, it's not scraping off the metal, and obviously we've still got it in there. So now we want to refeed our old leg back up through the tube, like so, and then we'll we'll feed our new leg as well up through to our socket. Which is there. And then this leg under the floor, our original leg there, we'll strip off, and then we'll connect that onto our new leg and put it back in the joint box over there. Scott's just behind me connecting up the other socket off this circuit so that as soon as we've joined these together, the power can go back on. Hey, it's Scotty. Oh. So we're just using these Wago Ideal two-way connectors. They were already on there, so I'm just reusing them. Oh. that can just be clamped down there, fixed and screwed back in and connected up somewhere down there, and then I can get this socket on, and then this room power wise is done. And it's Scott?
It is, isn't it, Jackie?
It is, mate. Scott's just up the loft now, and what we've done is took a measurement from the centre of the first spot into the middle of this bay here above the door for our fan isolator. So he's drilled through now. All I've got to do is mark up a box in the middle there for it to go through, and then we'll have a 3-core coming in off the sensor down to there for our feed for the fan isolator. We'll have a 3-core going off that goes to the fan to feed the fan, and then we'll have a 1.5 that goes off and down to the mirror light that we drilled earlier. Nice. So he's up there now. He's drilled through. What I'm going to do is mark up the isolator here. Get the steps, get that cut out. Scott can feed the cables down to me. So here's our fan cable that the builder's pulled in for us, which goes down to there. He's passed that through now. I'm going to mark that up with a couple of notches, and then I'm going to pass him up a 3-core from there, which will go into the sensor light there, into the sensor there, and then I'll pass him a 1.5 up to go over to there. What we've got here now is the same in both bathrooms. We've got our feed in, permanent live, switch wire off the switch, and our neutral, and then we've got our mirror light that goes out, just a live and neutral, which will go in so that it can be switched off if the fan's switched off, and then we've got our 3-core out. So what we'll do is sleeve the black, brown, sleeve the grey, blue, which will be our neutral, so it'll be L1, L2, N. These two, L1 and N, and then these 3 are going in the bottom of the fan isolator. When you finish, charge it. We begin. Just wiring this switch now, which is a 2-gang switch. The feed that's in for the extension, we've just called up in the back of the box ready, and then this is our live in from the board downstairs. So I've looped that over. That'll go into my common in my first switch. It'll then loop over to the common in the second, which then that's connected in, which shoots off to the next fitting or permanent live switch, whatever you want. And then this one will go in our L1. Only one switch will be connected because that other one's in there, but we've just bought it so it's ready. Our earths, we can join all them together and put them in the actual switch because it's a metal plated switch, and then screw it back, and our neutrals will be in a Wago connector in the back of the knockout. Nice. Scott's still got a clip down here on this cable, haven't you, Scott, cameraman?
Oh,
Do us a little, yeah? Do us a little up and down for a yeah? No, on the little thing. Nice. Yeah, anyway, I'll get this wired now, and that's another job done. Just let the core drill this hole out. It's thick. It's about 4 blocks thick. All brick. Not nice. But that's all I've got to do really. Connect that fan up now, get up in the loft, disconnect the old lighting circuit from where it is. Scott's downstairs at the board wiring our new lighting circuit in, and then get the old pendant back on, and then we're done for now till the other bathroom's done. That's killed me. My ears are ringing in this little confined bathroom with that spinning at me. It's not good. New lighting feed's on now. Fans connected but not screwed back because there's a bit of filling they need to do around it where they brought the cable through, so I'm sure they can screw that back. Mirror light's got to go on there. We've left the feed the other side Wagoed up. Once that's fixed in and the sink's on, they can mount that and just connect it with the way it goes through there. Oh, and then in here, Scotty, move. In here, lighting's on in here. Switch, switch. It's got really dark for some reason around now. I don't know what time it is. Lighting's on in here. This is disconnected. The fan's disconnected, and it's up there just ready for connection whenever they're ready really. There's our feed for that mirror light, which they've just got to connect into. It's downstairs ready to go on. We just haven't put it on because the sink's not centralised or anything like that. I've got to go up the loft now just before we go and disconnect the old pull cord and light fitting, get rid of that. So what? What am I saying so for? I don't know. We've bought the fan and that ready anyway. They're on there. We'll get that shaver light disconnected out the connector as well. Nice! And then Scott's having a tidy up now. We're not far off and we'll be in the van. Big up. We're back in the van. To be fair, we're back at Scott's. We had to move the van fast because the drive was being blocked. So, you know. Press like if you like the video. Press subscribe, please. And leave a little comment. Big up yourselves once again for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. All that jazz. I've had a comment about going into a bit more detail on the things we do. So from the next video, I tried to do it today on the switching, but we'll do a bit more on the next videos and show you sort of how we wire things and all that jazz. Yeah, big up Tradify for sponsoring the video. Link in the description. Check it out for your free 14-day trial. Use code JLC50, 50% off your first 3 months. And what do you reckon to that? Jeez! Terms and conditions apply. Do not pass code. Do not collect $200. Yeah, big up yourselves anyway, Scotty.
Ta-da! Catch you on the next one.
I tell you what, he's getting there, isn't he? He is.
I was going to keep it, but Nick robbed it.
Keep what?
Like catchphrase, but I've seen that Nick uses it now.
Oh, robber. See you later. Ta-ra.